it was a movie called American Dog that's being worked on for a while. Of course, John Lasseter came in and took over Disney Animation. We all sensed this was the beginning of something, and so everybody was giving everything they had. And
I think when we first showed the story, and people said, "Okay, we've got something here. We've got a good, solid story," and then that fed into enthusiasm in other departments. And as each department kind of took on this philosophy of over-delivering, the next department down the line would say, "Oh, well, we have to do it too." And so people would constantly be kind of raising their game all the way along the line, and it kept the studio alive and vital through this very tough production period, because we did this in, I think, 2 years, and that's short for a CG
yeah, it's true.
film. And we did ask a lot of people, and we never backed off on what the quality that we wanted from the film. But the devotion of the crew, of those 450 people and their families, that really speaks to how much they care about this movie and how proud they can be of it.
Yeah, on one day I had a lighter come to me and say that he'd seen some incredible animation, a really nice really nice acting, some acting choices an animator had made, and he said, "Well, now it's really up to me. I mean, I have to serve that animation. I have to give him great lighting." And that same day, an animator came to me and said, "I saw one of my scenes lit, and it was so awesome," and it really motivated him to want to, improve his animation. And there is this cyclical thing that happens, when when one department starts to raise their game, the other departments start to be really inspired by that. And that was the feeling that was happening over the course of making Bolt, is that we were really, there was the potential here to make something that we could all be really proud of at the end of the day.
The idea had been at the studio for a while. It was an idea that everybody got and responded to when they heard the title Kung Fu Panda, which put two sort of opposites together. Kung Fu, something that was very hardcore and very martial, required a lot of athletic ability and self-discipline, and then Panda's kind of the total opposite of that, the most cuddly, soft, roly-poly, snoozy animals you can imagine. And you put the two things together and people would laugh and go, I wonder what that story would be. But finding that idea hadn't happened. I mean, it kind of mocked martial arts movies, and it had a lot of contemporary references, a lot of pop culture references and pop songs and things. And it was like, all right, what should this movie be? Let's honor the source material, which is martial arts movies. Let's not mock them. Let's try and make a martial arts movie, albeit a funny one with animals. And let's try and commit to that and take it seriously and make it beautiful and fill it with emotion and just do it right. And that became the new journey that we embarked on.
We sort of looked to Jack Black for inspiration, and looked to Tenacious D. His band also sort of as they're the great fanboys that dream of becoming something greater, or believe that there's something much greater than what they appear to be.
In '94, year before Toy Story came out, we realized, hey, we may actually get to make another movie. This may not suck. And they may pay us money to do it again, because we were a one-time deal with Disney. Yeah. And so we said, wait a minute, we're 2 years behind development. And so we said, we ran and went to had a lunch, and we started throwing a million ideas. And Bug's Life came out of that lunch, but one of the other sort of little ideas that was half-baked was, wouldn't it be cool to do a sci-fi picture? And I think it was Pete that said, what if it was like this little trash compacting robot that just sort of kept doing its job? It had no idea, even after everybody left, that he could stop. He could just but he keeps going. And I said, I would see a whole movie like that. It says, totally. And then the next sentence was, nobody would ever let us make a movie like that. We hadn't even proven we could do Toy Story. We were still not out of the woods, so we literally just put it up on the shelf. And then I always have soundtrack music playing. And sometimes something sparks me, and then I just loop it forever. I think it was, for all the geeks, Jerry Goldsmith's Star Trek main theme. It started to become clear to me that it had to be a love story. And then I found myself for the next week begging for more rewrite time, but I was really writing this. And I told myself that was okay because it's productive procrastination. This is for a film we'll need in the future. So how can this be bad?